Latin 1. So let's actually talk about the ablative case. I'm going to give you an ablative case review. So I want you to go ahead and read pages 90 and 91. Okay, you've done. And now I'll kind of unpack it for you. There's a bunch of words there that'll help you with your grammar and stuff like that. So what I really want to point out is on this ablative review, we've already done this, okay? The book has a lot less faith in you than I do. So, ablative review. Tislam. These are the different uses of the ablative, okay? Tislam. Time, instrument, separation, location, accompaniment, and manner. Okay, ablative of time, which is how you tell me septima hora, at the 7th hour, or nocte, at night. Okay, it's telling us when. Aistate. In the very first chapter, we ran into an ablative of time. Tribus diebus. Brevi tempore. We saw that in chapter 2. Instrument. Okay, instrument is the way that he did it. You remember Marcus repelling the wolf, just with ramo, with the branch. Okay, that's ablative of instruments, the way that he did it. You could argue that Sextus scared Cornelia with his loud voice. That could be an instrument, but we'll get to that in a bit. Separation. We found that Sextus fell out of the tree, ex arbore. We found that the Trojans were fleeing away from the city, ab urbe. That's separation. That means they're going away from. Or they came out of the forest, e silva. That's all separation. Okay. Location, in chapter 1, we saw sub arbore. We saw in agris. We saw all kinds of things, right? Location. Accompaniment is pretty new. You'll see that in chapter 12. Cum canibus, they go with the dogs. They're walking, cum amico, walking with her friend, or cum amica, Cornelia was walking with her friend. And then there's manner. Manner is the way that you do things, and you could treat it kind of as an adverb. Some would say magna voce is ablative of manner. Later on, we'll see magna cum ira and stuff like that. And yeah, they can be manner. It can be describing the way in which you did it. Now, I have all these lines and dots here just to show you how ridiculous it is to try to line up Tislam with Sid space. So Sid space is the various prepositions that take the ablative case. Sub, in, de, sine, pro, ab or a, cum, ex or a. That's Sid space. If you just memorize that, you've learned all the ablative prepositions. Now, some years ago, kids were like, oh, okay, well, then we could just match them up with Tislam. And the answer is no, you can't. Take a look at that. It doesn't make much sense to try to do that. All you got to do is just try to figure out how is the ablative being used, what preposition did I use? That's it. If you try to match them up, you're going to end up confusing yourself and being frustrated because they don't always match up, okay? So let's take a little bit closer look at some of the questions that the ablative will answer for you. Here we go. Okay, and this, I honestly just copied it straight from pages 90 and 91, just in case you need to see it somewhere else, okay? The ablatives will often answer ubi, where, or technically when. Although ubi is usually used as where when it's a question. Unde, from where. So this would be location. This could be separation. Quocum or quibuscum. This would be accompaniment. Okay. Quando. This would be time. This means when. Quo instrumento. This would be instrument. Okay. And quo modo. This would be manner. So T-I-S. Where did I put it? Oh, L, okay. A, no, everything's backwards for me. A, M, Tislam. But these are the questions. So if you see a question like this, then you absolutely are going to have to answer it with an ablative, okay? What I want you to do is actually exercise 12B now, okay? So again, reread pages 90 and 91, and then I want you to do exercise 12B. What I want you to do is highlight the ablative and the preposition that it comes with, okay? If it doesn't come with a preposition, obviously don't highlight it. But then I want you to tell me what kind of ablative it is. Time, instrument, separation, location, accompaniment, or manner. So, number 1, Cornelia Flaviam e villa ara gros ducit. You're going to highlight e villa And then next to the sentence in Latin, you're going to put separation. Highlight that too, just so my eyes track really quickly, okay? Then underneath, you're going to translate it. Cornelia leads Flavia out of the country house toward the fields to her death. All right, so that's 12b. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want you to do. So when you say what kind of ablative it is, don't just say TISLAM. Actually say time, instrument, separation, etc. Actually spell the word out, but then highlight that as the same color as whatever you used for the preposition, or I'm sorry, for the ablative. All right. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button.